Welcome everyone back to the 12 days of non-alcoholic beer, where Jeff explodes. I'm Curtis and Dave is right up here. And today on the 12 days of non-alcoholic beer, we are trying Genesee, also known as
My
Jenny's.
God.
What?
This has the potential to be worse than Stella.
It does have that potential.
Why are we doing this?
Because this is fun fact for all of you out there. This is the cheapest NA beer on the market right now at $7.99 for 12.
That's insane.
It is insane. But like I said, $7.99 for 12. This is the cheapest. Also, fun fact, these aren't taxed like alcohol is. They don't have alcohol tax because they're not alcoholic.
How many calories does this Jenny have?
I don't know. Doesn't say on the can.
Does it say anything on the can? It doesn't
Says
it tells us
non-alcoholic malt beverage contains less than 0.5 alcohol per volume. It's still brewed in Rochester, New York.
since 1878.
Never in my 31-year life have I been drinking a malt beverage that has alcohol into it and thought to myself, I wish this didn't have alcohol. I love the taste of this malt beverage. If only it didn't have alcohol, then it would be perfect.
Malt beverage is never a good sign.
How many N's are in this? There's one N. I'm looking it up. I'm going to look up how much the NA beer has in calories. Google says it has 70 calories and 15 grams of carbohydrates.
So not healthy for you, but
It's
cheapest.
about the same as it's about the same as the Labatt.
Malt beverage, meaning it's not really a beer, but it is kind of in the
It's a
beer
malt
category.
Beer. That's what Dave. Do you
Malt-
not read beers at all?
Malt-
Realize
malt-
that Miller's a malt beverage?
No, I realize that Miller is a malt beverage, but what I mean by that is when you slap malt beverage on it and you mean it, you're talking about the 40s, the 40 ounces, and the twisted teas and the other weird tea knockoffs.
Hey Dave, just a secret for you, just to
There's
clue you in.
There's malt in all beer. Yeah, I know.
Did you know a White Claw is a premium malt beverage?
That doesn't help your case at all.
They're all just malt beverages. They say that because they can't, they're not just gonna say, "Oh, it's beer." It's a malt beverage just because of the FDA and stuff.
Because it's not beer.
It is beer. It's made with malt. Jeff, come on, back me up here. And I don't know what happened to Jeff for a second.
Jeff knows what I mean.
I like malts better than shakes.
I
That's
also
Is
like
that what you want me to weigh in to say?
I like
How
milk
about
malt.
man?
Jeff, I don't know if you were listening to our conversation. All right, hold on, Dave. I got you here. So, malt beverage versus beer. Malt beverage and beer are both alcoholic beverages from fermented grains, but they differ in ingredients, alcohol content, and flavor. So they're both similar. They're just made with different ingredients.
This sounds comparable to what I said.
No, you said malt beverages aren't beer. They're both a derivative of a
They are
beverage.
beer.
They are a beer. It's like you got beer up here, and then there's malt beverage down here.
That's exactly the comparison we're trying to make here. Beer is good. Malt
Beer-
beverages are not good
Dave,
beer.
let me ask you a question. Is a malt a shake?
A malted milk ball is a Whopper.
No, a malt. Is a malt a shake?
Depends
What does it depend on?
if it's not a beer or
He's
not.
trying to gaslight you into saying that he's right because he's more interested in being right than knowing what the difference is.
No, I don't care.
Then
There you
why
go,
make
dude.
it such a big effort? You just want to be right. Just say that. You're fine. Now you don't want you to be right because then it would show that you want to be right.
All right, Curtis.
If this is what it's like to be right, I don't ever want to be wrong.
You just want to fight? You want to fight, Jeff? We're also
Guys,
gonna
it's
fight?
Christmas. No fighting on Christmas.
No, that's
Rule
what
one.
Christmas is for. We're gonna
Rule
fight. That's
one
what
of
Honda
Fight
Days are
Club.
for.
Rule 1 of Fight Club:
Don't
make
talk
sure
about
you
malt
beat the
beverages.
crap out of everybody. Find the nut. Oh, that's a good tagline. Ooh, Genesee. Find your nut. Find your nut.
Find your nut.
Yeah.
Are we gonna try this malt beverage that has
Did you find your nut, Dave?
it doesn't have a smell? I know where my nuts are.
Not your nuts, the nut.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know where the nut are. This doesn't have a smell at all.
It smells like it smells like Genesee to me.
I smell can.
I can't say that I've ever had a Genesee in my life.
You know, in Euclid, there was a bar after I did a thing for work that you could get a pint of Genesee for like $2.50 or something like that.
That sounds great.
That sounds about right. That's probably
It's
why
like a
this is
hole in the
$7.99.
wall. Bottoms
Cheers.
up,
Cheers.
brethren. You know, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
It's better than the Stella Artois.
No, I think that's I like that. That I like the sweetness a little at the end.
I mean, for 67 cents per can,
That's
not bad.
when you do it when you say it like that.
How many calories did you say this was?
70.
You know, I don't know if we're saying. Let me take another sip. I might be smoking something.
It's good. It's just really good, to be honest with you.
It doesn't have a bad aftertaste. It's really good. I'm really surprised at how good this Genesee is.
It makes me re-question all of it. I want to try a real Genesee and see if it's not.
You know, a Genesee is not bad at all.
It's not.
Okay, but like in the same category, I think most of those beverages are disgusting.
Malt beverages, you mean?
You mean beer?
Yes, I mean beer.
Thank you. I'll fight you.
Cheap, shitty malt beer.
Like Cobra.
Yeah, like Cobra. Exactly right.
I'm having
like
trouble trying to figure out where to put this on the list is my problem right now.
next to Magnum.
Yeah, I'm having trouble figuring out where this fits in the list because it's definitely not as good as the Barrow.
Not even close to the Barrow, but
is it better than the Go Brewing?
That's the question.
I think I like this better than the Go Brewing.
Do I have the Go Brewing above the Labatt?
Yes.
I think I put this.
Yours is Labatt, the Go Brewing, and then the Hazy above that, and then you go into the Two Barrows.
I would probably put this because it's got a much more complex flavor than the Labatt.
I think it's my number 3.
I don't think it's good enough to be.
That's my number 2.
I don't
think.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow. This is. Right. I mean, this is something. It's cheap enough to where I drink. It's good enough to where I just drink it. Like this is something I could sip on throughout the night.
Wait, Dave, I have a real question for you because you might know. How much is a case of Coca-Cola right now?
Oh, it's $9.99.
Are you
this is cheaper than Coke?
Yeah, no, I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, this is cheaper than Coke.
I'd buy this before Coke. It has less calories too.
That's a not on sale price, to be clear, but a case of 12-pack of any pop right now is $9.99.
Didn't there used to be like 4 for $10 or something?
It used to be 4 for $12, only like 10 years ago.
I remember going to like the Big Eagle store and that was the deal, or like you go to Mark's, it was like 5 for $10.
I pointed this out recently to people is that cheap beer is now cheaper than soda.
You know, my baseline used to be, just remember my baseline for when I was like 18 buying stuff is that I always got 2 liters when they were a good price, which is $1.
Yeah.
I remember like 10 years ago, the good price for a 2 liter was $1 for a 2 liter.
Now it's like $2.50. Like 2 for $5 is a good price for 2 liters.
All right. So the regular Walmart price for a 12-pack of cans of Coca-Cola Cherry regular is $7.64.
Right, that's the Walmart price.
Our area. That's the Walmart price, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the price for a 2 liter now?
That's a good question. Like name brand 2 liter?
Yeah, that's the math.
The regular price is $2.68.
That's what I was saying. $2.50 for a 2 liter is a good price.
I think it's on sale for $2.12 right now.
This is further proof that water is just the best drink ever.
You know what's better? This is better because it hydrates you. It has some calories. It'll keep you energized, Dave.
So
carbohydrates.
I've got a question. I got a legitimate question about these NAs. Do they have any hydrating factor?
Yeah.
At all? Because
technically most beverages that are predominantly water have some level of hydration.
Okay, but so the minute we add alcohol to it, it's no longer hydrating.
because it's the way your body works is the alcohol pulls the water out of your cells. That's why
Right.
you have a hangover.
Which
Well,
is why getting drunk is basically getting dehydrated.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
And
the
also the
same
alcohol
thing.
interacting with your body.
It's like, did you know that pop is not hydrating?
Oh, absolutely not.
No, we knew that.
For the most part, if I remember correctly, this is the information from my dad when I was sick. Anything with sugar or caffeine is not hydrating technically, or alcohol. Those are the
Okay,
three.
so but what you're telling me is that an NA beer has more nutritional value than any soda or
I would say
Probably.
100%.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say it's better for you.
that's wild. That
Like
is
to think,
insane.
actually, let me grab my Mountain Dew really quick. We'll do a quick comparison.
I don't know how far away his Mountain Dew is.
I don't know. Maybe it's in the other house.
See it in 20 minutes.
Do you know the other fact, Dave?
Yeah.
Is that beer nutritionally is way better for you than pop.
Oh, absolutely.
Even regular beer with alcohol.
You can live off of beer.
Well, I knew that. We met the Cobra Commander.
Okay, so the Jenny has 70 calories,
Mhm.
15 grams of carbohydrates. I'm trying to see if it has if they can give me anything else for nutritional information.
So what you're telling me is on like the hottest of hot days where drinking a beer is probably not a safe idea because it's so hot. Drinking some NA beers is probably not a terrible idea.
Truthfully, yeah. If that's it's your alternative to, like, say, this Code Red Mountain Dew, which has 46 grams of carbohydrates.
I'll tell you when I'll finish those burros. It's going to be yard work now.
Oh yeah, has no juice. It's all sugar and carbohydrate. There's some sodium in this Mountain Dew, and it has caffeine, which is 54 milligrams of caffeine. Which this is going to dehydrate you. Like, your body's going to work to you're going to get real dry.
Then the next question is when can I just start drinking NA beers in
Period.
socials? And yeah, in general, like in the public.
I mean, I don't think
There's really nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
Because these are bad advice. Don't take any of this, any people. But the point being, I don't know.
Is it legal for me to walk down the street drinking this? This is fine, right?
You see, that's where I don't know the laws and stuff. I know it's going to be different for different counties and states and such.
That's the question because the only way they're going to really prove that you've been doing it is by running an alcohol test, which you were going to pass.
Yeah.
Can you buy these in dry counties? Do dry counties have NA beers available?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do, actually. I was in a dry county where there was a large store, actually. I think it was a Walmart, and they had specifically non-alcoholic Budweiser and like 2 other NA beers. And yeah, you can buy these in dry counties.
That's the fascinating. This raises so many questions for society.
It does. But for me, this is an 8. This is solid. It's sweet. It's delicious. It's crisp and refreshing. It doesn't have any off taste, like Jeff said. So I'm calling this an 8. I'm buying these again.
I'm putting it at 7.
You can't beat the price to deliciousness ratio.
You can.
This is the best price, the best bang for your buck. To where the Bureau might be a good treat for yourself, but this is like an everyday type of drink if you wanted that.
100% agree. Dave, you got it at a 7. We got all of our areas put in. Oh no, Dave, where did you want this to put this?
Right above the Labatt.
Labatt. Okay, gotcha.
Genesee.
Well, thank you all for joining us for another fun day of the 12 Days of Beer. This was Dave. This was Jeff. I'm Curtis, and we're part of the Snack Network. We're all part of the Snack Network, and we try new things almost every single day, so you don't have to, but you should try this one. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. And join us for our next day of our 12 Days of Non-Alcoholic Beer.